we're here for the Bridging Blocks discussion, at least for part of it, and then there's going to be a lot of things happening today. So after this, there's going to be a guided tour, and there are lots of worksheets in front of you that are supposed to be fun, open-ended, drawing, etc. There are mini constitutions and the Declaration of Independence in front of you. We have recording booths where you can address some of these prompts. You know, if you could speak to the country, what would you say? What's your message to the mayor? What do you want to say to the future, etc. So we came up with a lot of programming so that you can do whatever interests you. So, okay, I'll explain a little bit about myself and the program, and then we'll get started into the discussion. So I'm Brisa. I am the community convener at WHYY. I'm on the community engagement team, which is called Bridging Blocks, and it started out about 3 years ago, and it is a free civic discussion program that we do all throughout the city and also in the suburbs. So we have gone as local as our own studios and across the street at the Independence Library, but also all the way to Sussex County down by the beach in Lewis. So we really try to make our way to have as many conversations as possible. So again, it's 3 years ago. It's a partnership with the Free Library of Philadelphia. So we're at Parkway Central once or twice a month having discussions there, and also the regional libraries. So there are 54 of them, and we try to go to as many as we can throughout the calendar year and have conversations in as many neighborhoods in the city as possible. We've expanded beyond just the libraries because we saw that there was a need in other spaces. So we go to colleges and universities in the area. We were most recently at Drexel and Penn having conversations with students there. We go to a handful of Philadelphia school district high schools, talking to freshmen and sophomores about civic engagement, youth engagement, really big issues that are happening in the news, controversial things that they don't usually get a chance to speak on. And we also go to senior centers. So pretty much every week, sometimes twice a week, we go to senior centers in Philly and in the suburbs and talk to those who are 65 plus. And they're very well read, so I have to be on my A game every time I go see them. And they're super fun. One of my favorite programs that we do. So in terms of topics, today specifically we're talking about democracy in the 250th, obviously because of the year that it is. It's very timely. As WHYY, we're here to provide factual information, make sure that everything is reliable, and we're not here to push an agenda or come up with any sort of bias. We're here to promote civic and civil discussions about things that Philly cares about. This year, Philadelphia and the country are commemorating the 250th year anniversary of our democracy. It is an optimal time to come together as a community and share perspectives on our progress and our future. Democracy traces its origins to 500 BCE, when the Greeks adopted demokratia, or rule by the people. Ancient Athenians practiced direct democracy, where citizens voted and enacted laws themselves. In the US, we live in a representative democracy, governed by elected officials. The phrase "we the people," enshrined in the Constitution, aspires to balance power and ensure that the government serves everyone. It begs the question, have we evolved as a nation? Is democracy still the most effective form of governance? How do you think this 3,000-year-old concept can evolve to meet the needs of modern society? And we really do recommend the tour, so that will be right after this conversation. Charlene, if you want to talk for a little bit about who you are.
Hi, everybody. My name is Charlene Myers. I'm going to be leading you on the walking tour today outside. What we'll be doing is kind of following up on the conversation inside by taking it outside and looking at historical landmarks and thinking about how they contribute to democracy and how we contribute to them. So I am a former history professor. I taught at Rutgers Camden and at Villanova, and now I am a tour guide with the Association of Philadelphia Tour Guides.
I work on Philadelphia Ambassadors. If that means they're. I assume maybe anybody not know what that. It's a volunteer group for the upcoming 2026 Big Bash celebration here, and it's the visitor center has a few dozen employees or whatever, and they realized last year that they have no ability to handle the 1 million plus people that are coming to Philadelphia, and so they asked the general population of Philadelphia, that the people who are fans of Philadelphia, if we have a lot to offer, I think we volunteer, and volunteer services. So that's the Philadelphia Ambassadors. So
Sitting with two ambassadors. Dignitaries, okay.
You want to start? Name's Damon, Day One Adventures. I have a YouTube channel, and I was challenged at my job back in 2016, what I was going to do. And I just started becoming more involved with the community and found it. That's why I'm here, because it's one of those things. Once you start learning more information, and it's not what I say, it's more about what I do and how I can help carry the message for community and people that don't have access, because I'm giving a lot of us access to different things. So it's great. That's why I'm here, to help better carry the information to different people that don't have access to it, and hopefully help them to get a voice.
Nice.
So now I'm going to play a video to sort of give some context about the issue, some basic vocab, and then we'll go ahead, and I think we have enough folks to do small groups.
And that's a moral question. So experts in ruling must also be experts in morality. In a pluralistic society like ours, there's deep disagreement about morality. Which vision of a good society is the correct one? Pluralistic societies produce many different experts in rule. All disagree. Maybe that means there's no such thing as an expert in ruling. Well, at the very least, it means that it's awfully hard to tell who the rule experts are. Until recently, Western philosophers mostly agreed with Plato that democracy was a bad idea. What's the alternative? Winston Churchill famously said that democracy is the worst form of government, except for all the others that have been tried. Even though it's never been tried, in our pluralistic world, it seems safe to assume that Plato's be no exception.
All right. That was great.